Good morning. It is 6:15 a.m. on Tuesday, May 10th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis, and this is 5 more minutes. I just got up. Also, what are you is doing something over there? Uh, she has pulled a piece of plastic out of the recycle bin. All right, she can have that, I think. So, if you hear little noises, that's what that is Luna playing with a piece of plastic. Um, so I went to bed early last night, but here's what happens when you go to bed early is Luna wakes up early. She is very calibrated for a very specific amount of sleep, it would seem. But that's fine. I'm just, doing my thing where I'm not fully awake yet. Oh. It is absolutely squirrel season outside, though. And Luna is, like most dogs, very determined that she needs to go and investigate those squirrels with the utmost urgency. It must just be, like the primitive hunting instinct or something like that. But boy, the old joke from Up, the squirrel, that sort of thing. It's just, yeah. I mean, that's just exactly how it is. Just somehow the sight or even the thought of a squirrel just completely short circuits any other thought that they may have been having and becomes 100% the only thing that they care about for the moment. Mm. Whew. Okay, so God, I'm just my mind is a blank this morning. Um, I think I'm at the point where I'm starting to get pre-anxiety about upcoming trips. It's a little early. I so the 19th is when I would be leaving for the first one, and so there's definitely time. But I'm also just starting to feel like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. It's I need to plan, but I haven't planned yet. So when do I need to plan to plan? Do I need to plan to plan to plan? Boy, I am just spacey this morning, you guys. I think I say that all the time, don't I? One of the honest truths about this, and I may have even said this before, is that I frequently have no idea what I said in these videos. I am not fully awake yet, and when I finish the video, I'll type in the little brief description of it. But usually, without that brief description, I would not have any idea what I said in the video without rewatching it. It's true. Okay, so one of the things that I can talk about, I guess, is that I noticed finally that my order of the HTC Vive has switched from ordered to pending fulfillment. So then that's the step in between ordered and shipped. Um, it's kind of exciting. I think it's at the stage where they're getting everything in a box or something like that. I assume. I'm not really sure what their process is, but it does mean that they went ahead and billed my card. So there's that. Looking forward to that, except that of course I'm a little bit anxious that it's going to show up when I'm not when I'm out of town. Oh well, it'll be fine if that happens. And the other thing that I was a little amused with myself about is for all my talk yesterday about, oh, what am I going to do to replace my iPod Classic? Well, it turns out on Amazon you can just order them. It's not even complicated. But the decision now is that the iPod Classic, to replace my current 160 gigabyte one, is the same price as to get a 128 gigabyte iPod Touch. And the iPod Touch has lots of things that I really don't care about for this purpose. Like, I don't need it to do apps or have a touch screen or even really Wi-Fi. Although I suppose with Wi-Fi it might mean that it can sync without connecting to the computer, which would be nice. Presumably would share the charger with my phone instead of with the the older-fashioned charger. So there's some pluses there, but it also has like a camera on it and all sorts of other things that I really don't need just to have my music and podcasts on. But I can't help but also just think that like the solid state memory that I believe is in that compared to the physical hard drive in the iPod Classic, maybe it's time to switch, especially if it's the same price. Because I was inclined to think, looking at the price of that one, that it's like, oh, well, I'm paying for a lot of features that I don't care about. But then with the iPod Classic, if I'm buying another one of those, I'm paying for the difficulty of getting a new one of something they don't make anymore. So, point is, I have choices, they're just expensive ones. In the meantime, what happens now is that my current iPod works fine until it is jostled beyond whatever its sensitive threshold is, and then it crashes and has to reboot. Oh, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes. How's that? Sound good? All right.